Hey everybody, Jam Creates here. Got a new comic review for you guys. This is Exilium number 3 from Alterna Comics. This is the third issue in a 6-issue limited series, so we're right at the middle here, in the midpoint of this story. This is a science fiction epic, I would call it. It's definitely very ambitious. It's a big series. It's a 6-issue series, which is pretty much at the top end, I would say, of what Alterna seems to do. They generally, I don't think I've ever seen them do a series longer than 6, now that I think about it. A lot of their series are 3, 4, 5, and a few of them have been 6, but not too many. And I don't think there's been anything bigger than that. I could be wrong, but I'm not. But I don't think so. So anyway, as you guys know, Alterna has been a pretty big part of this channel. I love their books. I love following along their books. So here we go. Here's another review. This is Exilium number 3. I reviewed the first 2 issues, and I definitely enjoyed them both. And this one, I'll give you the. I always like to do this, give credit where credit is due. The creator and the writer of Exilium is Ben Slabak. I think I said it right this time. Ben, if I screwed it up, I'm sorry. I know it's not Slayback. I know it's Slabak or Slab. Oh, dang it. I screwed it up again. I'm sorry, dude. It's Slabak, I believe. And then Solomon Farias is the pencils and inks. Mark Sintez did the colors. And HDE did the letters. I don't know what that means. You want to let me know what HDE means. Is that a person? Is that a company? I have no idea. So anyway, we're jumping in. Things were not fantastic for our heroes at the end of the last issue. There was a lot of chaos in a battle in space, and we jump into things here, and things are definitely a little more calm now. They're trying to just figure out True and oh crud, I forgot his name. Are trying to get through the door here. They're kind of just trapped, and they can't get through the door. They can't get the door open, and then this other ship shows up, and you're not sure who this is. And then these people come on board and start taking out the humans on board. True was in the vents, so he actually managed to avoid them. And so then I'm gonna just skip a little bit, just skipping a wee bit. And then our main character here, she wakes up in some strange place. She's not sure where she is, and wham, we suddenly find out she's in this giant space colony. Almost reminds me of something Gundamish, like you would see in Gundam Wing or something, where the space colonies have the big rounded thing where there's the top, you could stand here, and if you looked up, you would see the ground on the other side, because it's a big circle. And that's in order to maintain gravity. So she's in this crazy giant thing, and she's confused about where she is. Her head hurts, and it turns out she hears some children being instructed on the history, and she realizes she found the Exilium. The Exilium are the people who were, whether they left Earth or were told to leave Earth, seems to be a matter of conjecture. There seems to be some discrepancy between what is being taught here on the colony and what was taught on Earth. Now, they were sent to find these people to get help because Earth is in dire straits and needs help from an alien invasion, of whom they still don't even know where these aliens came from. They just know that the aliens chased the other aliens, who caused, eventually, when they fled, these fugitive aliens fled to Earth, refugee aliens, whatever you want to call them. It caused this issue amongst humans about whether or not they should be there and they should be accepted, and then the humans who didn't want them there wound up being either, again, were they kicked off? Did they leave of their own volition? Seems to be a little disagreement on that, and of course that depends on who's teaching you, naturally. So she meets this guy, and he explains some of the stuff that's going on, and she kind of like flashes back to, well, she doesn't really flash back. What happens is there is a flashback to what happened in the battle, and that's when this guy right here, it's a hologram that they're using. They've got what's his name hooked up, and they're basically like replaying what happened. And then this guy right here with the man bun is like, oh, one has slipped through, and he's not happy about the fact that there's one of these aliens on their colony. He's not happy about that at all. And then there's a big reveal at the end about where they actually are and what it looks like. I think I'll save that for you. I don't want to ruin it for you. But it's definitely cool that they finally found the Exilium, and now there are, now there's more to be known. It's definitely a middle chapter for sure. It's starting to, we're gonna start to turn the corner, I think, very, very shortly. We've got obviously 3 more issues to go, so I would imagine that in the next 3 issues, things are going to really ramp up and speed up, and then, of course, head to a big conclusion. The art continues to be really solid. I like the art in this book. I particularly like the aliens. There's this scene here. I actually really enjoyed this sequence when they board the ship, because you see, like, on the screen, you see the guys running, and then you get this scene here, and it's like a perspective view of like doo, 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 running down the hallway towards the door. I thought that was just really kind of neat. And he's explaining like what's going on, and then all of a sudden, boom, they start just taking people out, and you realize like, oh my gosh, this is things are going wrong now. So anyway, I definitely like this book. I like the art in this book. It's a science fiction book through and through. There's still the playfulness amongst the cast, which is nice, because they seem to really like know one another and get along, and they feel like they are a group that has worked together for a while, and so it's nice to see that. It's like I said, it's good. The art, like I said, is solid art. The coloring is a little dark, but I guess that's just because it's space, and a lot of this stuff is interiors and things of that nature. And it definitely brightens up when they're on the colony. When they're in the colony, obviously things get a little brighter. So anyway, I think I am continuing to enjoy the series. I do think, this is a middle issue. This is if you've been reading, this is a good issue. I wouldn't just jump in here because you'd be completely lost and have no idea what's going on. So I would definitely say if you haven't read issues 1 and 2, it would be very silly to just jump in here on issue 3. That being said, Alterna Comics, being what they are $1.50 cover price. So for $3 you can go back and pick up the other 2, or if you go on the digital store, I think the first 2 of these are available digitally for 99 cents each. So for $2 you can be all caught up and ready to go and ride the second half of this series as it comes out. It's a fun series. The characters are fun, and it's definitely building towards something bigger. This has definitely got like an epic feel to it, in terms of where it's going and where it's going to wind up. I mean, the very fate of the Earth obviously hangs in the balance of what they're doing, and whether or not they can reunite these exiled people and bring them back to help save humanity from this alien invasion. And we don't know who the aliens are. Even the Earth, who is under attack, doesn't know who these other aliens who are invading are. So there's still mysteries to be solved. There's still things to be explored. And how the Exilium react to them coming and asking for help for Earth has yet to be discovered. We'll see that, I'm sure, in the next issue. And then, I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know where it's going to go. So it'll be really cool to see where the mystery winds up and how this whole thing plays out. So, again, if you've been following along, if you've read issue 1 and 2, I would definitely say pick up issue 3 and keep the story going. And I think we're about to just head into... like, I think we're on the roller coaster was on up, and now we're like here, and it's about to go. So we'll see what happens. And so that's it. This is Exilium issue 3 from Alterna Comics. Again, I would definitely recommend this book. I like this series so far. I've been enjoying it so far, so let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. That certainly would help. And hit the bell for notifications so you won't miss anything. And I'll talk to you guys again soon with another video. And that's it. Peace out.